Good evening, one and all. This is Victor Alpha 3 India Mike Whiskey. That's my call sign. My name is Mac. I live here in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, and living up here on the West Mountain. It's not really a mountain, but that's what we call it. Anyways, it's Tuesday, and the Lake Ontario Radio Club Net will start in seconds. That's 7 o'clock right now. And we'll stand by for VA3CJZ, who is our net controller tonight. Hello, Mike.
Hello and good evening, and welcome. This is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu, with the Tuesday edition of the Lake Ontario Radio Club Net. My name is Chuck, and my station is located below the escarpment in East Hamilton. I'd like to thank the owner of this repeater, VA3IMW, Terry, for the use of this fine repeater. And I'd like to thank Mac for streaming this net on YouTube. That's VA3IMW. Type that into the YouTube search and look for the live button, and you can find us there. Drop by, say hi in the chat. And I see VE3UET has joined us. An early chicken for him. Okay, Mike, I've got you. I will put you in the log right now. And thanks for checking in. And so with that, let's start off. First of all, the Lake Ontario Radio Club Net is here every Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday on the VE3ZOE repeater. And on Thursday, we meet on the simplex frequency of 446.125 simplex. And and Mac also streams that net. And all the nets begin at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So with that, do we have any time-sensitive, one-and-done, or priority traffic stations? Please come now. VA3WPG. All right, VA3WPG, very strong into the repeater tonight. Chris, come on in.
VA3WPG, just walked in the door, been running around from, where am I here, west all the way out to east end today and back and for Tino's and here, there, everywhere. So, just walked in the door, going to be doing some stuff in the other room, got the volume up, and I'll be listening along. VA3WPG, have a good one all.
Okay, Chris, thanks for your check-in, and I was just wondering how do you like the neighborhood that you live in? Have you had a chance to check everything out in your area?
Yeah, my area, it's good, nice, quiet, no problems. There's a what is it? Just down the street, Whitney. Down the street there's a women's shelter or something, but absolutely nothing like it was. I've been here for about maybe a year and a half now or something, just over a year. I've seen one guy going crazy by the Ultramar gas station. That's it. Good area, nice, quiet. Everything's good down here, man. way good down here.
All right, well, we'll try not to send too many crazy people down in your neck of the woods there, Chris. And by the way, I checked the bands all day today, red and yellow, no greens. So very, very rough conditions today. I did manage to get one parked this morning, but that's it. All right, Chris, thanks again. I'll let you get back to what you're going to do. And with that, is there any other one-and-done check-ins, mobiles, portables? Please come now. All right, nothing heard. Let's open it up to anyone with a valid license. Please come now.
Victor Echo 3, Lima Bravo, India.
VA3 NMG. bring in Larry, VA3IMW.
Yep, good evening all. You guys talking about the band conditions being bad. I don't know. I've worked Florida today. I've worked California. Both places I always have a hard time getting into, and haven't had any issue at all. I've worked all over the U.S. today, so I'm not sure whether the bands were that bad actually.
Well, I say they were bad. You say they were good. Well, let's take a vote, and everyone that checks in, let us know if you've checked out the bands and how they were for you tonight. So, yeah, NFG, the bands were NFG. Sorry for me today there, Larry.
Well, I don't know. It's kind of strange because I've had really good contacts. I've been into Wyoming, like I said, Florida, Atlanta, Utah, Colorado. I got 3 in Florida, 1 in California. So I made over 15 contacts just this afternoon. And that was after, what time was it? Made a couple before, maybe what, three before Lady come over here at 3 o'clock, and the rest between 4 and 5. So I don't know. I was going to say, it seemed to be okay for me. I made 15 contacts.
Okay, so are you using a wire antenna, and what direction are the legs pointing?
I'm using the Alpha Delta DXCC, which I've always used, and it's pointing directional wise. I guess you might as well say it's pointing kind of a little bit northeast, probably more the eastern direction, and probably the eastern direction, but more southerly in the eastern direction.
Okay, that's roughly what mine is. Mine is basically north by northeast, and the back leg is actually pointing almost directly south. So it's similar. Strange. Well, you do have, what, 300-400 feet over me, so, that might make a difference.
No, for sure, but like I say, I haven't had any issue all day. This afternoon. I was out this morning, and I never put the radio on until, let me see, I don't know, like I said, shortly before 3 o'clock, I guess about 2:30, I put the radio on.
Well, if you check QRZ, you'll see that everything's in the yellow and red. And it's been like that all day.
Well, you know what they say, you don't have to believe everything you read. Because I had no problem anyway. All right, I'll pass it back to you, Chuck. See what you can find out what other people's thoughts are on it.
Absolutely. Larry, thanks for your check-in. Much appreciated, sir. Let's bring in Steve, Victor Alpha 3, November Fox Golf.
Good evening, Chuck, and Larry, and soon to be Mark. Today was, I don't really know. It wasn't overwhelmingly good today. I don't even know if you would call it good today. It was just kind of an average day as far as signals coming in. My band scope was not full, but there was some movement going on there. I didn't check 40 meter. Well, when I turned the radio on, it was left on 40 meter from the last time, and I believe I didn't see one spike, and then flipped over to 20 meter, and then there was some action. Usually around the 14 dot 270 and up, I'd say. So what I got, I got 7. I made 7 contacts, and 2 of those contacts was at one park. So
I would say a little bit below average as far as DX conditions go there. Chuck, back to you, buddy. VA3, CJZ, VA3, NFG. All right, so Steve is on the fence. So he got 7 of them, but I don't know. Were they like low signals? Were they in with noise? Or were they nice and clean, clear signals above any noise? They were averaging between, I would say 5.6 and 5.9. That's kind of a generalized report there. Not a lot of them were over, 10 over 9. I didn't see a lot of 10 over 9 stuff. Most of it was, between 6 and 9S units. If that gives you a better idea, Chuck. Yes, sir, it does. All right. I'm just gathering information. All right, Steve. Well, thanks for your check-in and good hunting. Do you have anything else to add? No, sir. The time is 11 minutes after 7. And my radio is still on the 20-meter band. I bet you 40 is full. For some reason, it usually is this time of night. There are a couple signals left on the band here on 20-meter, but I don't know what they are. Anyway, that's all I've got there, Chuck. I'll let you put out another call there, see what else we can pick up. Thanks for doing the net, buddy. VA3NFG. All right, my pleasure, Steve, and thank you for your check-in and your information. Just want to say hi to Captain Burley Slice, also known as Kilo Delta 8, Whiskey Bravo Foxtrot, as well as Albert, VA3 Bravo Tango, up there in Barrie. How's the weather up there today? Did you guys get a little bit of snow or rain? Because at when it stopped raining here, I saw a few white flakes on the top of vehicles. So at the tail end there, it seems that it switched over. And I'm wondering how Dakota, how the weather is there, because I know there was a huge rain cell moving across the eastern seaboard, and I'm wondering if it's raining there now. We kind of missed a large part of it, so we're not going to get as much as they said. All right, with that, let's bring in Victor Alpha 3, Mike Hotel Victor, Mark.
Good evening, Chuck and Larry and Steve, anyone else listening, and everybody on the stream, of course. Fun-filled day of Black Friday retail for me today, Chuck. So I worked an 8 to 4:30 shift. Zero radio for me today, unfortunately, up to this point until now. So I really couldn't tip the scale one way or the other as far as how things were or are. Just turned the radio on, got dinner and dishes and all that stuff all over with just in a nice amount of time before 7, and thought I'd turn on the net and give Chuck a check-in. So I'll turn it back to you, Chuck, see who else you can pick up out there, and I will be listening along for the duration. Victor Alpha 3, Mike Hotel Victor.
All right, very good, Mark. So I heard you invoke Black Friday, and so tell me, what are the best cool things that are on Black Friday sale over at your store there, Mark? Anything pique your interest?
Not a lot right now, Chuck. Of course, I'm I'm used to it all. There's a lot of Christmas gadgets that are out, right? They've kind of combined that with the gift center, they call it. They set up an area at the front every Christmas. A lot of low price things, $50 and under that would be attractive to, handy guys that like tools and gadgets and gizmos. So there's a lot of good items up there that are, if you don't already have it, it would be a good buy. Small hand tools and bid sets and all kinds of things like that. Not much else. I actually have my eye on a tripod from Amazon. So that's my Black Friday gift to myself if I decide to pull the trigger. Back to you, Chuck.
Yeah, okay, I hear you. And especially the fact that the fact that you work there and you're used to seeing everything all the time. I can see not being as excited about the products there. So, but anyways, I'm one of those guys. I like cool gadgets and new updated tools that do more than what the old ones did. So yeah, I'm one of those guys. All right, Mark. Well, thanks for checking in. I do appreciate it, sir. Have a great rest of the evening. And if you think of anything else you'd like to say, by all means, break back in. And so we'll clear with Victor Alpha 3, Mike Hotel Victor. And let's do another call out and see who else would like to join us here on the Lake Ontario Radio Club Tuesday Night Net. This is VA3 CJZ.
Victor Echo 3, Papa Delta Lima.
Speaking of cool gadgets, let's bring in VE3 Papa Delta Lima.
How's it going, Chuck? And good evening to everybody that's checked in and the ones that are about to check in. Hope everybody's doing well. And just had the handy talkie on, Chuck, and thought I'd throw a bean in the pot here while I'm watching TV.
All right, very good. Well, thanks for your check-in, Paul. I mean, every once in a while there, you got to dust off your call sign and give it a whirl, and so we hear you just fine, and hope everything is well with the missus and the rest of the family, sir.
Yep. Knock on wood. Everybody's doing good. And puppies are all good. And no complaints at this particular time of my life.
All right. Well, speaking of puppies, since you invoked the second thing, or no, the third thing I like the most, or I love the most, is dogs. If you hear of anyone with spare puppies there, let me know, Paul.
No kidding. A friend just had a pure black German Shepherd for free. Trying to rehome it because they're moving into the place that don't allow dogs, and it's only 8 months old. I would have took it if I didn't have three already.
All right. Well, lots of people have puppies, so there's always some around. So next time you hear of anything, let me know, Paul.
Alrighty, sir, I shall.
Alrighty then. Anything else to add to the net there, Paul, before I do another call out?
No, sir. I can check with these people, see if somebody's wrapped up that dog already, unless you wanted something younger. But yeah, other than that, that's it, Chuck.
Yeah, my preference is to get a young puppy and start from scratch, because the last one I had was 18 months old. Love that dog for the 12 years I had it. But I like to try with a puppy this time and imprint myself on the young dog there. So if it's possible, I know that's hard to come by. People want tons of money for them nowadays.
Oh yeah, back when I was younger and into the dogs and training and breeding and stuff, yeah, you couldn't sell a mixed breed dog. You'd have to give it away. If it wasn't a purebred, nobody wanted it. Nowadays, they're getting $2,000, $1,500 for mixed breed dogs. I don't know what happened there, but wow.
Yeah, people trying to make an extra buck, Paul. That's the way I look at it. But yeah, you're right. I mean, and the younger they are, the more they are.
Oh yeah, the price goes crazy on certain breeds too, right? Even the small little flipper-sized dogs. You know, certain one of them are ridiculous. But, anyway, that's the way it is.
Yeah. My least preferred breed is the Pomeranian. Definitely not the breed I'm looking for. Just so you know.
What, no pink poodles or nothing?
Oh, I'll take a poodle or a labradoodle over a Pomeranian. I've had experience with them, but I just doesn't work for me.
Oh, very good, sir. All right, I held you up long enough. I'll let you get to the rest of the gentlemen out there. And 7-3 to everybody. And way to go, Jeff. Keep up the good work, sir. And back in that control. VA3PO.
All right, Paul. Thanks again, my friend. Enjoy the rest of the evening, and we'll have to try and swing by there during the holidays, my friend. So take care. And so that clears my list. I want to say thanks to Albert for responding about the conditions up in Barrie. That is the snow belt, isn't it? It goes through London and then up through Barrie, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, well, at least I hope the roads are good for you on Friday on the drive home there, Albert. And yeah, I hope you can join us tomorrow night on the AREGnet on the simplex frequency of 146.430 at 8 p.m. tomorrow. And I will be streaming the net on YouTube. So just look up my call in the YouTube search and you can find me there live. And so with that, let's see if there's anyone else out there wishing to check into the Tuesday night Lake Ontario Radio Club. Please come now.
VA3IMW.
And you don't have to be a member of the Lake Ontario Radio Club to check in. As a matter of fact, everyone who checks in automatically becomes a member of the Lake Ontario Radio Club. And with that, let's bring in Mac, VA3IMW.
Good evening, Chuck, and all on net. Yeah, quite a list of folks that have bounced in and out of the YouTube stream. Looks like Captain Burley Slice, otherwise known as Dakota, was a quick in and out. He just dropped in to say hello. So nice to see continued participation near and far. Also, trust everything's going well for Albert and all of the varying weather conditions that he's facing as they try to dry in the building before the cold weather sets in. Anyways, I got a report that today's trip up and down the highway was absolutely flawless. No catastrophes of any nature that I saw, so all good there. I've been listening along for the entire net, obviously. I had to chuckle when you asked Chris about the neighborhood that he's in there, and right off the top of my head, I thought, oh my goodness, that's so funny. His neighbors are really quiet. He's right across the street from a cemetery.
That is a quiet neighborhood. Didn't know that. Very good. No wonder you chuckled.
Yes, and when I chuckled, I thought, I'm chuckling. I'm chuckling. So that made me laugh even louder. I was a virtual LOL. Anyways, it's all good here. I don't think I need to repeat our arrangements for December 21st at Whitehern. Everybody has heard me chirp about that for quite some time, so I'll leave that alone. Other than that, looking forward to Hump Day and the AREG Net tomorrow night. Definitely always look forward to that. It means that we've hit the apex of the week and it's downhill all the way from there. Anyways, trusting the rest of the week is really, 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 really quiet because our friends and customers in the States, everybody's either mentally checked out or they're finished for the week by now, and we'll be able to get some serious things taken care of while our customers eat turkey and watch football and all the rest of that stuff. Anyways, you were asking about band conditions. I had an opportunity to work one park after I got home and settled here in the shack. And gentleman was in Kansas, and he was a 5x9 signal, nice and strong, clear, no worries there. So I would have to vote that perhaps the poor and fair reports that we're getting on the QRZ and DX Summit pages are maybe understated. Anyways, yeah, there's lots of folks out there. As a matter of fact, I was also spinning the dial around to. I figured, oh well, maybe I can listen to the stations that are making contact with this guy in California on 20 meters. And sure enough, down in the dust, I heard the guy in California. And I was almost tempted to jump in there, but he had quite a pile up, so I didn't try my hand at that as the net was approaching. So nonetheless, people at different locations and different antenna setups will have varying results depending on conditions. So I think, what did they say? Every handful is a whole new ball game. Anyways, thanks for doing this one, Chuck. Certainly appreciate it. That's 3 days in a row for you with Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And we'll pick it up on Thursday. And let me drop this before I time it out.
Yes, you've been pretty good, Mac, I must say. I don't know if you have a timer over there, but yes, you made me think there. There were contacts to be made on the North American continent, but outside that was really, really difficult. Now, every time I was trying to hunt DX, I would go to the frequency and I would find two Americans talking 1 kc away, some 3 kc away, but they were so wide they were bleeding into past 3 kc, and so I couldn't hear the DX. And that happened a handful of times on 40 meters, especially. The boys, this was at the gray line, after the gray line, which is the sunset, at 5:40 p.m. And I was scanning the bands then to see if the conditions would change after the sunset. And like I said, a lot of good old boys down south of the border having a little chit chat with each other, and they were so close to the DX frequencies that I wanted that I just gave up and turned it back over to my memory channels and just scanned the bands that way. Anyhow, Mac, thank you so much for your check-in. And so with that, before I time out the repeater, I'm looking for check-ins for the Tuesday night Lake Ontario Radio Club. This is VA3CJZ.
Vector Echo 3, every known joke. Vector Echo 3, Victor Yankee Tango.
Okay, two more fine gentlemen there. Let's bring in VE3EKJ.
Good evening. I guess everybody's just waiting to see if we're going to get any snow over the next couple of days. I don't really have much new to talk about here. Just finished talking with my dear 93-year-old mother out in Brantford. And heard the net was happening. Thought I'd just give you another check-in. Go.
Well, Bill, once again, I dragged out the net just so you could check in. So you made it in time, 7:30 p.m. on the dot. Just kidding. We've been having a great time here with check-ins on the YouTube stream and, of course, RF check-ins. And we were asking everybody how the band conditions for them. Apparently, Larry is in a magical spot. VE3LBI, he says conditions have been great for him the last 2 days, and to me, everything's been either yellow or red band-wise, and not very lucky, unless I want to talk to Americans, which I don't really. Back to you, Bill.
Well, I've heard, and I know there's a lot of Canadians are boycotting American food in supermarkets, but I've never heard of them boycotting any ham radio contacts. But I haven't been active on the air. I'm been too busy catching up on naps, looking after my dog and cat, sniffing solder. That's how I usually spend my days. I think those lead fumes from the solder are probably affecting me. I think they might be shortening my height.
Well, inhaling anything other than the smell of a flower or good food or chemical is not a good thing. It's not a good thing. But you know, you try not to inhale that stuff. I mean, I worked with steel for years and worked in a shop, worked outdoors a lot, but in the wintertime, it was in a shop and grinding, welding, you name it. And there's a lot of things that you breathe in a metal shop. Anyways, Bill, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, let me rephrase that part about not wanting to talk to Americans. I meant when I hunt DX, that means I don't want to talk to anybody in Canada, and I don't want to talk to anybody in the U.S. That's what I meant. I want to talk to DX.
Well, DX is a relative term. If you're on 2 meters, 150 miles would be good DX. But of course on HF we expect a little bit more. And like everybody else, I too every morning take a peek at the QRZ page and just see what the propagation chart is saying. I still haven't figured out it always, well, once in a while it'll show 6 meters is open. And I can't go and turn the rig on to 6 and I don't hear a single blessed thing. So I understand that particular propagation chart that most of us see from some guy down in Arizona. I didn't think that
geography would make that big a difference on what's not quite a VHF signal. I would think if 6 meters is open in the States, it should be open up here, but what do I know?
Yeah, depending on where you look at the and what charts you're looking at, Bill. Sometimes I see Europe is just super active. You think I can hear any station from Europe? No. So yeah, that's relative as well. Anyhow, Bill, I don't want to keep Edward waiting too long there, so I'll say thank you for your check-in and ask you if you've got anything else before we move along.
Nope, I got a nice big bag of cookies here, and I'll just listen to the net and torment my dog with them.
All right, living the life of Riley, taking naps and, well, probably taking naps with the dog too. All right, let's move over to VE3VYT. Edward, come on in.
Thanks, Chuck. Yeah, good timing. Because the place I'm heading to in South Burlington is a known no-coverage zone for ZOE down by Appleby Line and Lakeshore area there and just west of there. Anyhow, this is an interesting week for me because I call it the sad week of November because this is the week that my Bronte Creek Provincial Park Pass expires. So I got till November the 30th to have some more fun, and then I am locked out for at least 30 days until they sell new passes for January, or because I'm cheap, I usually wait till April to get the 3-season pass. However, for excitement today, I got my teeth clean, and then I went to the Costco for a smoked meat sandwich. So I started thinking about the future and what am I going to do with my time, and I concluded that Thursday I'm going to take my lovely wife to St. Jacob's Market, and we're going to do some shopping, provided we don't get a foot of snow on Wednesday night. So that's what I got in the past, the present, and the future. Back to you, Chuck. VE3VYT.
All right, Edward has now got a blinding smile with those pearly whites. Just cleaned up. Very good there, Edward. And, okay, before I lose you there, like you mentioned, just wanted to know, did you check the bands today? And how are the bands for you?
Good question. Well, no, I didn't check the bands today other than fool around with VHF and UHF. However, I did play around on the weekend, and I was thrilled with the number of Americans I was getting, as, of course, it's the Turkey week, and they're all out there. So the bands are good. I'm turning a corner right now. I got to pay attention. There we go. Finished. Yeah, the bands were good. I got lots of people out in California and Washington and stuff like that. I got some Canadians, and I wanted Europeans, but there's so many damn Americans on the HF that it was tough hearing anybody overseas through all the chatter. And of course, we have the same to look forward to for the rest of the week, I think, because all of them down there like to work the radio while they're home for the holidays. So that's the report for HF, and I look forward to doing some more with everybody at the winter solstice.
All right, Edward, I got all of that. You are getting a little crackly into the repeater there, so good job from the location you're at now. And thanks for your check-in. You know, the Americans, like I've mentioned before, they usually take about a week to party for Thanksgiving, especially, and the Super Bowl. But tomorrow's Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, so they'll all be out drinking and hunting wild turkeys. That, or they'll be drinking wild turkey and getting the birds ready for Thursday. I did that one Christmas. A friend of mine had a sister with a farm, and so he took me over there, and we slaughtered 21 turkeys. And of course, we dipped them in hot water and plucked them, and then we took them inside to the women, and the women cleaned them out and got them ready, and they were selling them for their and giving them away to their neighbors. So that was an experience. My first time too. Back to you for your final, Edward.
They cleaned the things out for you because mother, she would hand it back to my dad and say, "You clean the sucker." That's it for me there, Chuck. Thanks so much at VA3IMW.
Yeah, very good, Edward. I understand that. If you're going to start the task, you should finish it. But we were a production line. While we were slaughtering the birds, the ladies were doing the rest in the house after we plucked them all up. And so, and then we'd move over to the next bird and take care of that and bring it in. So, but if you're only doing one, I understand. You do it all yourself. I firmly believe in that. It's not like if you go hunting and shoot a deer, you bring it home and hand it to your wife. Here, clean. I don't think that would go over very well. Anyhow, thanks again, Edward. VE3VYT, and this is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu, looking for check-ins for the Tuesday night net. Please come now. All right, then, let's make this last call for the Tuesday night Lake Ontario Radio Club. Last call check-ins, please come now. All right, then, so I'd like to thank everyone who checked in with me tonight and on the YouTube stream as well. Tonight we ended up with 12 check-ins, not counting myself. And I want to say thanks to everyone. Have a great rest of the evening and rest of the week. If you could make it tomorrow night and join me on the longest running Simplex net in Hamilton, the AREG net, the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. I'll be on at 8 p.m. on 146.430 megahertz. And so I look forward to getting some really good material for the trivia portion of the net as well as the on this day. So thanks again. Take care. This is VA3CJZ returning the frequencies back to regular operation.
That'll bring the live stream to an end as well. Thank you all. We'll be back Thursday evening with our Simplex net on monitoring 446.125. Until then, 7 3s. That's how we say goodbye.